Well, hello and welcome and hello and welcome and hello and welcome. Happy Monday to y'all. Thank you for joining me on a very special, an extremely special edition of Un Poco Mas. The fact is, if you miss this show, you're already dead. It's that important, guys. It's that important. You're literally already dead if you miss this broadcast. Don't even try to join us now. Okay? Anyway, no, I'm just joking, guys. This show's absolute fluff, absolute puffery, absolute sort of throwaway, cutting room floor, B-roll garbage. That's what it is, guys. It's un poco mas. And guys, as they used to say when I was working the clubs, my name is Danny Shakes. And if you have to ask why they call me Danny Shakes, you should ask for a refund. No, that's so stupid. It was kind of modeled after that John Lovett's character in The Wedding Singer. Which I think is probably John Lovett's best work, incidentally. But anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Busy weekend, a lot going on, losing my voice, losing my mind, lost my looks, lost my intelligence, lost most of my memory. Just not a pretty picture, guys. But anyway, having said that, I would like to say welcome and hello and welcome and hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's Un Poco Mas. What's up, Chris H? We got the great Jesse here. SMCI is looking extremely good. Everything's down today. A lot of these growth stocks, the exception being SoFi was absolutely rocking today. Palantir doing quite well, but no, don't worry about SMCI. It's already made, a huge move. Yes, it's sticky right now at 50. There is there's more resistance there than I thought, but there's still a hell of a lot of momentum. There's a hell of a lot of bullish momentum if you look at that chart, which I hope to do someday. But guys, today the CRISPR stock, if you look at the last 5 days, the volume was coming down from 15 million, 5 million, 3.5 million. And then yesterday it was all the way down, or Friday, all the way down to 1.8 million. Remember, that was, wasn't that the half day, or that would have been Thursday, because the market was closed. Friday for 4th of July. Hope you guys had a good one, healthy, happy, safe, and enjoyed some fireworks and some hot dogs, maybe a few Polish sausages, maybe some potato salad, whatever you're in the mood for. Hopefully you use the Polish accent. Give me another brat. My cardiologist wants me eating more brats. Oh yeah, load that thing up. Kraut. Yeah, my doctor wants me eating more sauerkraut. But anyway, guys, I don't want to do the Bears. But all my bits are just like, rehash crappy imitations of 1980s comedy shows from TV. Like, we didn't have cable, so it was at a couple channels. So I just basically copied everything from like SCTV, VHS tapes and Saturday Night Live and all that happy stuff. Anyway, guys, the great Clap My Dog is here. What's going on, Clap My Dog? One of the greatest viewers in the history of YouTube. And of course, not to be outdone by Clap My Dog, the great Lisa SH is in the house. Welcome, Lisa. Welcome and hello. And Oprah's Big Wet Cave. Oh my goodness. A fan favorite from yesteryear, Oprah's Big Wet Cave. Welcome and hello to you and your musty orifice that we all love so well. Dirty Mike and the boys turned my so much. Was that from The Other Guys? That The Other Guys is a pretty underrated movie. Now, I'm a Will Ferrell fan, but it's hit and miss. I mean, Everything Must Go is funny. Like, now, I'm not a big fan of Elf, or it's just some of his movies. Mugatu, like some of it, I just am like, oh my god, that's horrible. That's cringy. That's not funny. But I mean, that one I actually, and I'm not a huge like Mark Wahlberg fan, but I don't really think he's acting. He's it's the same thing all the time, and then I don't like that thing where they I don't know the exact story, but I think at some point they when they were kids, they beat a Vietnamese guy almost half to death with a stick and some kind of violent hate crime. I allegedly, guys, I'm not casting any aspersions. And then their mom's like, oh, it's boys being boys. I'm like, not really. It's violent, psychotic, antisocial behavior. But, I digress. Apropos of nothing. Anyway, guys, so CRISPR down exactly $1. You could see they algo held it at basically 51.20 all day. It sort of ran down below, but it was basically just angling down from like $52, and then kind of came down to 51, and then they dropped it off a cliff all the way. I don't know what the low of the day was, like $50.32 or something, and then came back up and closed exactly where it was. See, right when it opened, it fell down here to like 51.20, tested it again there, ran along it all day here. It was support all through here a couple hours, and it was resistance all through here for a few hours. And, so the algo is absolutely locked on, low volume, low liquidity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Pulling out and taking a look at the chart still looks extremely bullish to me. It's like, not only are we consolidating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days above the trend line, which we haven't been able to break through in, a year and a half. Not only are we consolidating above the trend line, but this is actually bullish because it's consolidating above this red line. It hasn't done that since, I don't know, way back here in November. It's consolidating a bit here, but these candles are extreme. I mean, if you look at these two quote unquote red candles, the volume's moderate, the shorting is heavy, and they can't push the stock down. And again, for those of you who say, you're just a big fat idiot, you're just exaggerating, your jokes aren't funny, you're washed up, you could never make it in the industry. All right, well, that hits a little close to home. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, guys. So Friday, it looked like they're going to return some shares. Nope. Or I mean Thursday. I keep saying Friday. Pardon me. I beg 1,000 pardons, guys. My posture is so bad. I'm just like falling out of the chair. I think I have like double scoliosis. The posture of like a fossil. What was that fossil they had? It was like supposedly like the world's oldest woman or whatever. I think I have her posture after like 70 million years in a frozen fucking glacier. Betsy, or I forget. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, the great Carl C. Marcus joined us. Man makes a quality mattress and he makes a quality comment. I'll tell you, it's a 1-2 punch. Very few in this industry have this U-turn industry. It's quality industry, and man makes a quality mattress King Chicago Carl C. Mark. Mr. Premium of the Option is here, of course, with his sun hat, his American flag on his private lake, doing big things as he is only wont to do. Is SoFi still SoFi? I mean, I told you guys just the other day, SoFi is pushing through 20, and it's going to cap it. It's going to stop this run right about $24.71 or 72 cents. At least that's what my nerds have modeled. There's a 99% chance I'm right. Probably about 30 to 25 or 21% of the time. Oh, getting drunk off this green tea. That's what happens when you're a teetotaler. If I got a kombucha, probably pass out for about 3 days. What's wrong with him? Is he on heroin? Nah, he had a sip of kombucha. Oh, is that a fat old lady? That's Danny Deals. You don't know Danny Deals over there? Why is he wearing a muumuu? For comfort. Guys, it feels like it's statistically impossible for me to come up with worse bits. Like, this was the kind of how my comedy career went, just like the arc. The arc of my career was basically just like, say you threw an anvil out of an airplane. That was kind of the arc. It was like a direct free fall. Just hit a Volkswagen Bug or something, crushing it like a movie. Oh my God. My bits are terrible. They always said, yeah, Danny, you got the worst bits. You do good voices. You know, you're weird looking. You're fat, so that's an edge in comedy. You're kind of ugly. You're dopey looking. You got the tools. You know, you're a two-tool player. You got the man boobs to work with. You're man boobing for fun and profit, but your bits are fucking terrible. You can't write material. Yeah, thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. Thought I heard you doing a couple of my jokes last night on your show. I wrote those down myself. Me and Mavis, workshopping that bit for years. I didn't steal your bit. Oh, I know. You didn't steal jaywalking from Howard Stern either. Yeah, fucking hack. No, I like Jay. Good guy. Anyway, so today, guys, they borrowed almost another 1 million shares. You see that here. Critically, guys, cost to borrow average still running at 12. Now, somebody was loaning shares for free at 0, but max was 20. Look at the short interest overview. You weak sauce D-bags, you Delta Bravos, you turds, you ne'er-do-wells, you stinkle poops. I don't know what a stinkle poop is, but it sounds less than ideal. Not much of an insult. Like a 3-year-old. 3-year-old trying to insult a unicorn. Anyway, guys, so shares, this is what's just crazy. Guys, remember, there's only 86 million shares in existence. Shares on loan. I'm telling you, they borrowed another million, so it's 40 million shares on loan. Utilization's been pegged at 100% for 2 months. They've been shorting like maniacs for 3 months now. Why? This company has very little debt, no debt, tons of cash, tons of runway. And a lot of you guys have made the point, okay, they're shorting the sector. Okay, they're shorting the sector. Okay, they're shorting the sector. Well, fuck you. You don't short a sector. Hey, we're shorting Nikola, we're shorting Tesla, we're shorting G. Okay, maybe automotive, that's a bad example. But like, maybe you're shorting, Baba. Does that mean you're going to short Micro? You don't just short everything because you got a tiny wiener. Like you said, when you got a tiny wing, everything looks like a hammer. And you want to nail it. It's the end of the night. You've never been good with girls. Hey, maybe if I just have one more drink. Been on both ends of closing the bars, like a customer and a employee, mostly a bouncer. It's so different. Like, you're so hopeful when you're drunk. You're like, oh man, yeah, no, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Dude, if you were gonna strike something up, you would have done it before like 1:58 a.m. when they're like cattle prodding you in your buttocks to get you out of the freaking club. You're going home with your roommate, Randy. Rosie Palm, your cousin Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters. When you're a bouncer and you're kicking these people out, it's like you see these guys, they're darting their eyes around like some kind of a fucking bird of prey, just looking for a mouse. Like some poor, homely girl who's just friends have gone into the restroom for a moment and she's fumbling with her cell phone trying to call an Uber or some type of a cheaper rideshare option. You're like, hey, I think I knew you from Stephanie's party or whatever. Oh, no, you're not from here? You don't know anybody? You don't even speak English? Oh, yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Yeah, I might have met you in a class or whatever, but I don't even go to school, so it's pretty unlikely. My lies are unraveling. You're just watching this like so stone cold sober. You're just like, oh my God. Is that how I used to look? Your friend's like, no. You were way worse. You look worse than this and you were fat. Oh, it was terrible. Those were the days, though. So what does all this have to do with CRISPR stocks? Really nothing. There's hardly anybody watching, and who really cares? Am I right? Days to cover, guys. This is the key number when you think, why could there be just an incredibly huge short squeeze? 13.39 days to cover. They're only trading 2 million shares a day right now, and they're borrowing 40 million. Let that sink in. They're shorting like 26 million shares, guys. Short interest, almost 25 million shares. There's only 86 million that exist. And if you look at the insider ownership, it's like 88%. Between institutions and big pharmaceutical companies, they own almost this entire company. Retail owns at most probably 15%. At the very most. Short squeeze score now up to 80. 219 out of 4,100 in the sector intraday. Okay, availability 70,000. Okay, borrow fee. This was just 0 a couple weeks ago. It was 2 on the 24th, 5 on the 25th, 4, 7, spiked all the way up to 50. Then it was 18, now back to 12, and today it was 19. Latest was just 10. So it's coming back down, but that always happens when there's no buying pressure. I mean, the borrow fee is going to go down when a stock goes down, when they're selling, but there was no organic selling. This was all shorting turds. They borrowed 1 million shares, only 2 million shares traded. So the short volume ratio today on a red day, on a sell-off day, 62.59. That's heavy, heavy, heavy shorting. The big dog, he calls me heavy D or double D or anything like that. The great Payush. Payush has got to be happy. Guy owns more SoFi in a little bit, straight out of Memphis. SoFi, I have it on good authority from Anthony Noto. It's a good personal friend of mine, also happens to be my biological father. It's either him or Tracy Morgan, I'm not sure. But I have it on good authority. They might be relocating SoFi HQ to Memphis just so they can be closer to Payush. But still up in the air. They're still workshopping in corporate. Anyway, Jeremy Miller can drop back down. What's Jeremy saying? Alfred E. Miller. Can it drop back down to 0 until a catalyst? I don't know. What? SoFi? This? Oh, yeah. For CRISPR, Carl, they have positive readout. I mean, they just got incredible readout on their cardio program. They have a huge pipeline. They're going to have multiple readouts this year, more coming H1 next year. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to be every month, but, definitely, at least 3 positive catalysts, or potentially they could be huge negative catalysts if the data goes the other way, but that's not what we're observing thus far. No reason to cry over spilled milk that's still in a cup. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Anyway, fuckos. Yeah, so the short volume ratio is still incredibly high today. Yes, Thursday, 75. Absolutely freaking bonkers. And if you start to analyze failure to deliver data, this is crazy. 6/12 on June 12th. Now, this data is delayed almost a month, so you don't get this in real time almost anywhere. But on 6/12, the fail to deliver was 87,000 shares, worth $3.6 million. There's not supposed to be any naked shorting, turds. Naked shorting is supposed to be basically illegal, or at least a folks paw. At least frowned upon. I see salt, but is there a salt substitute? Oh no, I finished my green tea. I think I've had 3 liters of green tea today, but I quit drinking coffee. The great not a lurker. Get me off coffee. If anybody can do it, it's not a lurker. This guy's a force of nature. Handsome man, too. I'll tell you, sometimes you overlook a guy like not a lurker because he's bald. You don't realize he's a handsome man. He's got nice features. I bet Mrs. Lurker knows. Go mow the lawn. He's like, but I have nice features, honey. I know you do. Go mow the lawn. Stop trying to rest on your laurels. Your nice bone structure. Take the trash out. Not a lurker. J Money. Whatever your name is. Oh my God. Princess J yelling at me in her beautiful voice. Oh, won't go through any of our nicknames. Oh my God. Anyway, congratulations also to Dude and Not a Lurker. He knows why. Let's see. Welcome and hello, hello and welcome. Hello. Well, this show's pretty much run its course. I didn't really have anything to say in the first place. But failures to deliver, short interest of the free float. And you see, basically, when they do this live analysis, they think the short increased by 230,000 shares. Live interest of the short interest of the free float up to 27%. So even on a red day, even on a quote unquote sell off, they're shorting and borrowing heavily. If it was really a sell off, they wanted to cover. There would be plenty of shares available. They wouldn't still be shorting. But this is the thing. These guys shorted from and you see Citadel. I showed you the filings yesterday. You see Citadel or Thursday, whenever I made this stupid video I made, that you saw them getting out of the trade. They decreased their short by like 50% in their last filing for Q1. And I would guess they got all the way out and maybe even flipped long. I don't think this thing's ready to go to all-time highs or anything like that because there's still way too many shares on loan. Leads me to believe another short attack's come. That's why I was speculating there might be some type of short report, some type of dirty pool dealing from the bottom of the deck, some type of a short wing double cross. You got a tiny wing. You're definitely looking for vulnerabilities down low, down below the bleachers. Sniffing the bleachers, as they say. That's where the shorts are. Living down there. Living on drop change, Cracker Jacks. Just sniffing a lot of butts. Sniffing a lot of butts. Anyway, guys. Got this thing pegged at 50-50 after hours. It's a coiled spring, guys. They were shorting this thing heavily at 30. They were shorting it heavily at 33 when they should have been covering. I don't know if nobody told these boobs, I mean, I know these things and I got man boobs. You have the sense to have a proper nutrition, active lifestyle. All you can do is have 3 balanced meals a day. Look at your food pyramid. It's that simple. Don't drink, don't smoke. Get 50 million steps in. Go to yoga. Hot yoga. I'm doing hot yoga. I'm doing Pilates maybe 6-7 times a day. Just trying to keep up with the Joneses. Wear real tight yoga pants so everybody can see my package. Know what I'm working with. That's how things work in Southern California, Got to basically, wear something tight enough to expose your privates. Just so everybody knows what you're working with. Oh, I hate it here, but I love it. I love it and I hate it. Anyway, so that's pretty much the show. If you could call it that. Nice, Carl. Nicely done. You just made a lot of money, man. That's life-changing money. You keep building it. You keep sitting on it. Dude, SoFi could be a monster, an absolute monster. I mean, SoFi's growing just as fast as Palantir. They have good margins. What, their money's not green? No Irish can eat here? This is a fucking potato famine? Can you believe it? They're prejudiced against Italians. I won't say what he said. A blank broad, prejudiced against Italians. Jimmy. No, that wasn't Jimmy. It's Tommy. Sorry. Mixing up my mobsters. Mixing up my fake mobsters. Joe Pesci. You're like, what a scary guy. Little tiny guy, little alligator. Like Tom Cruise. How did you do that? I was inverted. Aren't you like 5'2"? It's like, I'm 5'9". You're not 5'9". But I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, but there's nothing wrong with being 5'2" either. You're born short, you're born gay. What's the diff? Like, hey. No, man. Believe me, I don't want to get sued. That's just a bit. I love Tom Cruise. I'm sure he's like 5'6". I don't know. 5'7". 5'1". Who knows? Food for thought, though. Definitely an interesting topic on the table. Like Hacksaw, dude. The greatest broadcaster in the history of broadcasting or media is Hacksaw Lee Hamilton. Topic on the table. Single A baseball. Worth the $3 price of admission. Just put topics on the table. It was totally weird. Olympic obsession with curling. Go. I want to hear from a man named Carlos calling me from Ensenada, Mexico on the ladies' line. Go. Who are you talking to? It's the middle of the night. There are no callers. That wasn't Hacksaw. Hacksaw Lee Hamilton was KFI in the Bay Area. I can't remember, guys. My memory and my brain have gone to complete shit. Try not to get old. Totally sucks. I'm having pains in joints that I didn't even know existed. Does that flex? No, that's your shin. I'm totally weak. Let's see, guys. But I am man boobing for fun and profit. Trying to be the man that made man boobing a verb. It's Danny Shakes. What's going on? No, we're never bag holders. The only thing bag holding is your testicles. Let's see. Yeah, Elon might be going to Memphis. Elon might be going to fucking Johannesburg before he's done. Elon doesn't seem to understand where they're building a fucking police state here. I love all people who think I'm liberal, you're totally out to lunch. I'm fucking probably right of where Reagan was. I'm just not insane. I just don't really believe in hating people who disagree with me, but trust me, dum-dums, you fucking big tough guys with your beards and your black wedding rings and your more money in AR-15s and your kids' college funds. You don't want a police state. They don't like guns. They don't like freedom. They don't like religion. You don't see what's going on right in front of you. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Well, Elon, whether you love or you hate Elon, I've always been a huge admirer of his, intelligence, his willingness to take chances, to put himself out there, to try things that might seem impossible at first, but he's willing to try it because he believes he can do it. That's kind of the opposite of me. I'm always like riddled with anxiety and angst and fucking 50 reasons not to try something. And you're like, why not try it? The worst thing that happens is you're not successful and you learn a bunch from your failure. It's like totally different mentality. It's much more mentally healthy, I think, in that sense. Now, does he have a lot of other issues? Yeah. But this piece of legislation, just adding this trillions and trillions of dollars to the deficit, I don't get it. Like, more tax, and there's not even enough tax cuts. Just cuts to healthcare, cuts to food aid for the poorest. I don't know. We all want to pay lower taxes. I mean, that's the problem. I mean, everybody says, oh, we want this, we want that, we want to pay for everything. We want a social safety net, we want a welfare state, we want state colleges, you want everything. But you don't want to pay more taxes. So what happens? Politicians keep giving us everything we want, like pigs at the trough, but we don't pay for it. We don't pay our bills. We keep getting more tax cuts. So like Democrats spend like drunken sailors and Republicans spend like drunken sailors and do tax cuts. I mean, unfortunately, and I studied economics, unfortunately, and you guys can believe me, you guys could think I'm just a complete idiot, but I'm not a liar. I'm not trying to deceive you. That I can tell you. Okay? I studied economics at a very, very good university. And cutting taxes like this at the top does not result in more revenue. It results in less revenue. Dramatically less revenue. Everyone knows this. Everyone. Even the people claiming otherwise know that. The CBO scores are proven to be accurate over a long period of time. So you can have your own opinion, but you shouldn't be able to have your own facts. You shouldn't be able to make it up. And just liberals, Democrats, tons of blame to go around on these debts and deficits. I mean, these welfare states and everything else, I'm sympathetic to everyone, the less fortunate, people with disabilities, everybody. I'm probably the biggest bleeding heart, most empathetic person. I love to help people. But you can't have everything and not pay for it. And that's what we've been doing. And one of the places I would say Trump is 100% right is that we've been getting ripped off providing security and stability for the entire rest of the world, who's just been a free rider on the United States taxpayer. And moreover, not really the United States taxpayer, but the United States debt holders who are really keeping this country propped up, this shell game, this fucking house of cards. I have been preaching about this debt and this deficit since I'm knee high to a grasshopper. So I'm a glint in my pappy's eye. Anybody who doesn't see that we're in a debt spiral, it's unsustainable. I mean, Elon's basically saying, forget the fiat currency, forget the debt, just go to Bitcoin. He's like Peru or wherever the fuck that is. Honduras. Guatemala. Oh, I don't know why we can't just deal with things honestly. I think Christian conservatives and bleeding heart liberals would all love to help the poor and don't like seeing homeless people and don't like seeing kids hungry, and just they think the best way to deal with it is churches or taxes. And you see, if you're out here in California, you see just these astronomical sums of money being spent to combat home. And I'd pay more taxes if it would actually keep people from going hungry and not having health insurance and being homeless. I'm a simple man. Sometimes people think I'm homeless. So, well, he's too fat to be homeless. I see some homeless fat people there. Let's ask him. No, I'm not homeless. I'm just fat. Good looking out. Anyway, people are so like down by these rich beach areas, and where I've had the good fortune to live all through Southern California, San Diego. Just so like seeing a fat guy is like a zoo animal. Like there's kids. Oh, I'm sorry, he's staring. Ethan's never seen a fat guy before. Oh no, it's okay. Understandable. He's never been on a safari. No, he's been on like 6 safaris. People in Africa are thin. Oh, little Ethan. Exposing him to the wonders of life. Fried foods, man boobs, seconds, thirds, ground meat, gluten. Get that gluten away from Ethan. He's never had a piece of bread. Well, how do you know he has a fucking gluten problem? Decided he had a problem when he was an infant just because you thought it sounded cool. You got too much money and too much fucking time. Oh, I'm such a bitter douche. Oh, man. Anyway, guys, I'm not sure what I was talking about, but so much borrowing, so much shorting. If you have 14 days to cover, listen, days to cover, they're listing as 10. Okay, you're sold short. Right now, they're saying 27 million shares, roughly, if not more. You have 40 million shares on loan. So you can return the shares, but at what cost? And how long can you pay these fees? And what do you expect to happen? What could they know outside of a short report? There hasn't been any bad data. They're not expecting bad data. This company doesn't do bad data. They know what they're doing. They build, they're changing the bad gene. Now, if there's a safety issue, something like that, that's one thing. But I think they can model a lot of this stuff with AI that they know this stuff's going to work, quote unquote. Long term, who knows? Bit of a crapshoot. I was playing Mumbly Peg earlier trying to find my first aid kit. Sharp knife. Fat hand, sausage finger. Whoa, bad idea. Old eyes, lack of coordination, lack of common sense. I've been doing a lot of Polish accent today. Anyway. Oh, that's fucked up, Payush. Sorry, man. I completely agree with you, Oprah. September rate cut looks good, and I think we see that rate cut. I think SoFi 2471, 2472 at least. At least. Oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Welcome and hello. I think I'm going to sign off because this video has been a horrible steaming turd from start to finish. Yeah, man, who knows, Payush? You got huge balls. You got a SoFi portfolio that would make anybody blush. I think you're going to land on your feet and do fucking amazing. I think a door's going to open. You're going to slam somebody else, testicles right in that door. You're going to walk through the other side like fucking Andy Dufresne coming out of sewer pipe. You beautiful bastard. One of you big so-and-so out there in my audience, maybe you hire Payush. This guy's fucking money. Money in the bank, you weak sauce turds. Good luck, though, Payush. If our audience could be of any help, good luck. Bunch of fucking scumbags. No, Jeremy, it's completely not like Neo. Look, Neo, 19% institutional ownership. CRISPR, 88% institutional ownership. Neo, 13% short, infinite shares to borrow. CRISPR, 27% short, 40 million out of 86 million. Neo has infinite liquidity. CRISPR has zero liquidity. Neo has a mild short. CRISPR has a huge short. It's just Neo. Yes, it's a frustrating slog. I get you. You love to say that, Jeremy. Yeah, anything could turn into another Neo. This is not it. This could go south. This could go south like a fucking bird for the winter, but it's not going to turn into another Neo. It's not going to be that sort of stagnation there at the bottom. Something has to happen. They were already at the bottom. Neo's at like $3.40. This stock was just at $30 in April, 33 in May. Now it's at 50 and it's holding 50 for 5 days. Something is very, very different right now. The shorts, they're still in control, but at what cost? That's the thing. They can keep shorting. They can keep holding it, but for how long? What happens when this cost to borrow goes back to 50? When the left testicle stops coordinating with the right testicle and the Wiener Schnitzel's caught in the middle, if you know what I mean. Reminds me of that time I got my wiener caught in the vise at wood shop. I used to wear a cup and athletic supporter at wood shop, but it didn't help. My short, fat thighs, bootigs pushing the old twig and berries, the old meat and taters out front. Got caught in a clevis butt joint. Still traumatized. Still have one smaller testicle. Interesting little factoid. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, Flint Creek Soap Company, guys. If you got a dirty mouth, they can help. I don't think, guys, point of fact, I don't think these days you're supposed to wash kids' mouth out with soap. My parents, I think, did that. It was none too pleasant. It wasn't that bad, though. It's like, okay, soap. It's like ivory soap. I mean, it was worth it to use the profanity. Got to express yourself. I'm expressing with my full capabilities. Now I'm living in correctional facilities. Some don't agree with how I do this. I get straight and meditate like a Buddhist. Drop a flavor, my flavor is hereditary. My technique is very necessary. Got IMAX tickets, blame it on Ice Cube because he said it gets funky. Brian Schwantz loves Trump. Liberalism is a mental disorder. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think extremism is a mental disorder. Like, I think Trump has some good ideas and some horrible ideas, but it's like most other politicians, he's just supremely confident. But yeah, I don't think even if you love Trump, like just massive increase to the debt is not good. It's like, you know, you can love the guy and still not think every single thing he does is perfect. I mean, kind of going from liking him to like, treat him like an idol. Still have to use your critical thinking. Even if you love Trump, still have to think about the things that he's doing. Let's see. Yeah, Freddie Mercury. That was a good movie, that Queen movie. El Salvador. I hope they don't send me to El Salvador. I would not do well. Would I? From this show? So early retirement? No, man. I've been retired a few times. Didn't take. Yeah, I know I'm carrying on about this one, Tortuga, but that's because I think it's going to make a huge move up. And I don't want people to miss it if they want to get in. I don't want people to kick themselves. Like SoFi is just absolutely kicking ass, but I got as many of you guys in that at 5, 6, and 7 as I could. I did videos on it every single day because I believed it was grossly undervalued. Similarly, I think CRISPR's worth 100 now. I think this is a future monster potentially. Of course, it is risky. There's a long way to go to get to in vivo money. That's for sure. Yeah, no worries, Jeremy. Guys, again, my opinion might be ass backwards. I might be completely wrong. A lot of the time I am. A lot of the time I'm just, talking out of my ass. I don't claim to know anything special, but I'm always going to at least try to be honest, like give you my honest opinion. And I don't have any agenda like I'm shorting or I'm pure long these stocks. Like if I get out, I'll tell you. If I'm thinking about getting out, I'll tell you. I'm all highway. I'm very straightforward. Like people are like, oh, you're pumping the stock. Yeah, I am. I'm long. I'm advocating. I'm completely transparent. I'm pumping. I own the stock. I'm long the stock. I want the stock to go up. I'm 100%. But I'm not hiding anything. I have no agenda. I have no sponsors. I ask for no money. I ask for nothing. What's the scam here? They're like, oh, it's just a scam. You don't know anything. Like, I don't know anything, and it's not a scam. It's just a fat guy talking, which still is not illegal, as far as I know. We address this fat guy. That was a horrible Trump dude. Like, take this fat guy off of YouTube. It's just not funny. He's fat, but he's not funny. It's a horrible combination. Oprah, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I'm trying to, Jeremy. I'm trying to tuck a mini water in behind the smaller testicle to get the illusion of even testes, but it's kind of difficult because the plastic keeps making a creaking sound. I just tell people it's my hip, so I'm getting old and I'm fat. Selling AV go for CRISPR. Well, Spiegel, I never advise people to do like all of one thing or all, but just as long as your portfolio is a healthy, balanced diet of stocks and bonds and fiddlesticks and garbage pail kid cards, beanie babies, baseball cards. You got a Honus Wagner? I got a couple Honus Wagners. Sure, Spiegel's got a couple. I tariff my Hood shares by selling covered calls. Yeah, but God, Hood's been running. So, yeah, I would sell. I think Hood's got to be near the top for now. The multiples are really juicy, but I don't know, man. Sometimes these stocks just keep on moving. A lot of institutional ownership. THTA, SoFi's ETF. Yeah, I was just looking at that, Oprah. I was just looking at that. Very nice. Yeah, that's a great idea, guys. Don't forget, SoFi has a full suite of products. I know they don't have covered calls and options and all that yet. Like, that's why, guys, I can only leave my CRISPR shares in SoFi for the run up. Like, once the run up subsides and stock starts going flat or down again, I'm going to be selling covered calls like they're pancakes. So SoFi, I know Anthony Noto knows infinitely more than I know. I am a child at his knee, just trying to learn from the master, the Swami of the windbreaker. Oh, what's up, M. Russo 215? Yeah, I know. That was just fucking horrible. No, I can't. I'm like, I've been on hold. I've I've been on hold for like 5 hours today. I have a splitting headache. I just can't do it anymore. My voice is gone. My humor is gone. Like I said, my intellect, any intelligence I once had as a youth. Oh, it's left me long ago. Left me long ago. Anyway, Spiegel's got 300,000. I hope that's $300,000 and not you're trying to claim you have 300,000 shares. You fucking beauty. Who are you? Invest with Henry? Hard nipple Henry? Are you Felix?
Oh, Felix, coming to you from Monaco with my golden retrievers. Giant bag of Peruvian wham wham. Running about an 80% success rate here.
No, I know Felix. Just high energy guy. I love Felix. He's fucking got the hair of a god. Got the hair of a Greek god. Imagine he just wears like fine silk robes at all times.
Oh, Felix.
Then our old Ardnip Henry, it's like, if I hear, you can do is do the drink, like the drinking game when he tells you he works for Goldman Sachs, you have to do a shot of mini water. Believe me, you'll be hydrated within minute 1. Oh, are you the guy you? Yeah, Goldman. You used to work for Goldman. I gotcha. Well, I used to work for fucking Burger King. So there, you had the option. Supersize that? No, that was McDonald's, but you got my point. Would you like fries and a drink? Maybe make that a combo? No, I didn't think you did. Oh, yeah. You paying change? Of course you are. I'll work. I'll fine tune my Trump. I'll workshop it, and I'll get back to you, Russo. I don't know about that. Oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble. I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. I gotta go. Oprah has officially ended the show. Oh man, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Peace.